Oh no, bro. Jogan had fucking Jocko Thumbnick on to talk about Kyle Rittenhouse. Uh-oh, Kyle Peepee House. Well, guess what? We will be watching this, but some of you who are unsubscribed will be watching the ad break. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 60-second ad break, folks. And I gotta pee. I'll be back in 1 second.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
The Joe Rogan
This
Experience.
is coming out next week. For people listening, today's November 19th. The Rittenhouse verdict was read today. And surprisingly, no riots, right? No riots yet?
Well, it's early. A, it's early. Yeah. And B, it's a bummer. It's not a good call to make that verdict release on Friday afternoon. Because now you got a bunch of people sitting around on the weekend going, what are we going to do?
I think, to their credit, there have been a lot of left-wing people that have actually read the transcripts and actually paid attention to the true story instead of just the media narrative. And there's a lot of people like Anna Kasparian and Glenn Greenwald's been on top of it from the beginning, but a lot of people have gotten the word out that the version of the story that most people are just spouting out, the headline version, without reading the actual meat of the story itself, is not accurate at all. His kid's not a white supremacist by any stretch of the imagination. He was kind of playing cop, kind of playing EMT, and he was fucking 17. Going there, and he did apparently provide aid and help a bunch of people, and at multiple occasions was chased and pulled the rifle out, and when they retreated, he didn't shoot. It was only when he was attacked, he was hit with a skateboard, someone pulled a gun on him, that's when he shot people. I mean, it was all very reasonable. Maybe not reasonable that a 17-year-old shows up with a fucking gun to riots, but in his mind, this is where his family's from, and apparently he wanted to help. But their version of it that they were selling to the media...
Bro, very reasonable, bro. I swear, bro. It's like... super reasonable, bro. The most reasonable thing you can do, bro. Come on, bro. Please, bro. Believe me, bro. Dude, he's just a conservative mouthpiece in every fucking way, dude. Is there a single instance where Joe Rogan doesn't take the conservative position on? Holy fuck, dude. Come on, dude. His family lives there. Totally, dude. That's why it's reasonable. I love that even then he like still adds in like, well, it's not reasonable for a 17-year-old to like run around with a gun or whatever. It's like, okay, well then it's not reasonable, dude.
Fucking president said it, that he's a white supremacist.
Dude, this is just straight up Ben Shabibo shit, okay? Like, the only difference between this rhetoric and we've seen the Ben Shapiro videos, the only difference between this and Ben Shapiro is that, like, the talking points are coming out of the mouth of a cooler person overall. That's it. He said he was there to be an EMT and that he immediately shifted it over to like how the media is bad for covering it inappropriately. And now he's talking about how they're calling him a white supremacist or a white nationalist. There's a video circulating of a Lubbock, Texas man getting shot and killed during a minor dispute that is maybe the most jarring illustration I've seen of how toxic American gun culture is. I'm not going to post it. Here's a news report about the shooting. The shooter is arguing that it was self-defense and hasn't been arrested, which seems insane, but we're not a sane country. I haven't seen this, but...
Jen Psaki recently said the president does not condone vigilantism. That kid was in no way, shape, or form a vigilante. He was not a vigilante.
What the fuck are you saying, dude? Of course he was a vigilante. He went to a different place, okay? A place that he does not live in and decided to bring a gun, okay? Or have a gun on him and surveil the scene. If that's not vigilantism, I don't know what the fuck vigilantism is. He went to his hometown, you idiot. It doesn't matter, you fucking idiot. Even if he's in his hometown, which he wasn't, shut the fuck up. But even if he was literally in his own hometown, perusing the streets with a fucking AR-15, that is quite literally the definition of vigilantism. There is no like hometown barrier. Vigilantism is when you take the law into your own fucking hands. It's just when you're doing like, it's when you're LARPing as a cop. Batman is a vigilante. A member of a self-appointed group of citizens who undertake law enforcement in their community without legal authority. Yep, there it is. Why would you die on the hometown hill? Wait, what? It doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter if it's his hometown. You're still a fucking vigilante. There's no hometown hill, dumbass. Also, it's not like he was defending his dad's home, you fucking idiots. He was defending a random gas station and a fucking used car lot. And the owners in the court of law said, you know, they did not hire Kyle Rittenhouse to defend their fucking used car lot.
He was armed, but he was protecting himself. And it turned out that actually he needed it. They actually chased him down. Whether they chased him down because he had a gun, I don't fucking know. But they definitely were fucking chasing him. They definitely hit him with a skateboard. They definitely knocked him to the ground. So maybe enough of the actual story got out where it doesn't seem like a thing to riot for. Because a lot of people also thought he shot black people.
Mm-hmm.
They thought he went down there. When people,
I hate this argument. More people on the right are claiming that the left claimed that he shot black people than the media that said he shot black people. Okay? He went to a Black Lives Matter protest as a counter protester. Okay? There is not a single, like, Glenn Greenwald got fucking cumstered recently for making this exact same claim as well. And what's his face? Adam C. Johnson was like, point me to a single American news outlet in mainstream media that said Kyle Rittenhouse killed black people or shot at black people. A single one. And he couldn't fucking find one. And that's why he was like, oh, well, the international press thought so. It's like, well, that's not the fault of mainstream media in America, which is what you're launching a critique against. Not a single fucking media outlet said Kyle Rittenhouse killed black people. Okay? So you've moved on from the fucking point of the case. You're not even defending your case. You said, oh, it's not vigilante justice. He's just playing cop. Okay, that's vigilantism. Okay, so you've owned your own fucking argument. Then you turn around and you say, well, the media treated him like, the white supremacists or whatever. One UK news did. Okay, that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like fucking American mainstream media outlets, which they are criticizing. If Kyle wasn't there, no one would have fucking died. If Kyle was there without a gun, no one would have fucking died. That's just the case. They not only are they fucking creating like a individual straw man, they're also lying about that straw man that they themselves have created.
people found out it was white people. And then when they found out it was fucking pedophiles, that this guy was one of the guys he shot, straight up fucking pedophile, child rapist, just terrible person. The other guy.
Okay, dude, but that's vigilantism. And you can't go around clapping dudes with the expectation that, like, maybe they're a fucking pedophile. That's not how the law works. You can't even have cops do that. And cops aren't even engaging in vigilante justice. I have to repeat this like a million times over for all these fucking idiots, okay? It does not matter. It does not matter. The first guy that Rittenhouse shot is a pedo, okay? Convicted sex offender. He was fucked up in the head on top of already being a convicted sex offender. Okay? Doesn't matter. You can't just be fucking murdering people. Okay? You can't just be murdering people and like hoping that, fingers crossed, maybe down the line we'll find out that they're a fucking pedophile. If Kyle Rittenhouse knew that the guy was a pedophile and shot him, he'd be in jail right now. That would be premeditated murder because that's how the law works. Okay?
Rap sheet. Big old rap sheet. One guy, a bunch of his fucking shit was exonerated 6 days before the trial. Like, what are you doing?
The other guy is like, oh my God. He's even attacking the other fucking dudes. Oh, dude, you are such a piece of shit, dude. You're such a fucking baboon, dude. You have no fucking processing power on your own. You have lost the plot entirely, Joe Rogan. You have no way of individually thinking for yourself. You have no critical thinking skills. You literally are just repeating conservative propaganda that you have heard from the news, and you're just repeating it hook, line, and fucking sinker. Imagine attacking the other dudes that thought that they were apprehending a fucking active shooter. Like, you can have a normal take on this, brother. You can say, oh, it does look like self-defense. It's kind of weird that someone has a gun that they're bringing to a fucking, like, the conservative approach to this should still be, or the centrist approach to this should still be, while it still looks like self-defense, Ultimately, Kyle Rittenhouse should have never been there. He's playing vigilante, and the fucking precedent it sets is terrifying. Okay, the fact that people can just like go to protest with a gun, and if people rush them or if people are fucking agitated by them, they can shoot someone and legally be found innocent or not guilty when they implement the self-defense law. This will absolutely fucking destroy the First Amendment and the right to free assembly. Okay, because everyone's now bringing guns to a goddamn protest, and now whoever shoots first wins. Okay. But instead of saying that, you're like, oh, well, one was the pedophile and the other guy was also kind of bad and blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? What happened? Like, people are so obsessed with, that's a scarily uninformed take. Wait, me? What I just said is scarily uninformed? That, like, people should not bring guns to a protest because guns very clearly escalate most otherwise peaceful situations into a violent confrontation where the guns will be used. I mean, is that the uninformed take here? Are you fucking are you brain dead? Oh, never mind. He's not calling you out. He's just saying you're benefiting from the system you talk shit about. Oh, he's just a fucking idiotic moron. Never mind. Yeah, Rosenbaum was suicidal. Oh, okay. Then we should start killing people that are suicidal instead. Good take.
So maybe all that information got out to the point where people are like, hey, guys, this is not the hill to die on. This ain't the
For the record, if someone has a fucking pedophile criminal record, okay, and they're roaming the streets, they did their time and they're roaming the streets, and you fucking kill them, you're going to jail. If you know that they're a pedophile and you shoot and kill them, you're going to fucking jail. Because that's how the law works. You can't just be fucking running around murdering motherfuckers thinking like, oh yeah, I'll get away with it because they're a pedophile. I'm just letting you know, don't do that. Don't do murders, okay? It's weird, but like I'm a anti-murder streamer, okay? We got a very serious anti-murder policy here. Hold on. All right, folks. I have a guest here. We're gonna obviously continue the classic Hasanabi meme of having cute girls over to make them watch Joe Rogan.
Oh my.
You know, that's just.
Is this the Fear Factor, dude?
Yeah, it is the Fear Factor, dude.
Oh my gosh. Hello, chat.
Okay. Arya Sagi's here, guys.
Hi.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is the
Chat
meta.
is so fast.
We got to do that. This is the meta.
Okay.
What do you know about
Rogan.
politics?
I know nothing.
You know nothing?
I know
Do you know who
nothing.
Kyle Rittenhouse is?
What?
Do you know who Kyle Rittenhouse is?
No.
He shot someone, and he killed 2 people and maimed a third at a Black Lives Matter protest that he went to as a counter protester.
Oh my god.
And Joe Rogan is talking about how it's okay that a 17-year-old fucking had an AR-15 and was like walking around with an AR-15.
What?
Here.
And he's like for the kid with the gun or against? Like what is he trying
He's for the 17-year-old with the gun who like shot and killed people, and he's saying like, oh, it's like it makes sense. It makes sense.
This I was actually checking out Twitter before I rolled in here, and there are people that are going completely insane right now, and the narrative that you just put out, they didn't hear any of it. They only heard the other narrative, which is that this guy, you know, what's the law? There's certain parts of the line here. You know, this guy had an illegal gun, traveled across state lines, and shot and murdered 2 people who were there to protect and support Black lives. That's what a lot of people are saying right now.
Yeah.
So I would love it if Joe Rogan is right now, and that people are going, hey, you know what? Let's get a little bit more nuanced. Let's study this. And
Joe Rogan is the least nuanced person on the planet. He did cross state lines, for the record. Anyway, we're not going to talk about this. I don't want to fucking torment you with this.
No,
okay?
I'm actually curious. I want to see him talk about it.
You,
Oh, really?
You do?
Yeah.
I mean, they're like they're terrible. Yeah, there's drill sounds in the background because Murat's here and he's just fucking doing crazy stuff. Okay.
Does he like sweat a bit? Like, how does it? Or he's like super firm in his belief that it's what he did was fine.
They're both pretty firm because they're just they've eaten from the trash can of ideology.
Oh my god.
Okay, they're very like
What?
they're very firm in their point of view because they're both conservative and that's just how they are. Yeah. Hold on.
Here's the
Just
thing,
close
though.
the door here.
Those people on Twitter, how many of those people are real people? How many of those fucking people aren't trolls?
But look, a lot of them might be trolls.
A lot of them are trolls.
Okay, a lot of them are trolls, but there's also real people in there,
Yeah.
and there's people that get swayed by this
Yep.
stuff. And
Yep.
when you know, look, don't you talk to some people sometimes that you realize they are watching a different movie than you,
100%.
and it's almost like you're the crazy one.
Oh, yeah.
You're sitting there going, like everything you just rattled off about Kyle Rittenhouse. There are people that I know, probably people that you know too, that are absolutely think everything you just said is the most insane right-wing, alt-right freaking load of white power propaganda that they've ever heard in their life.
I have to meet with some tonight. I think my wife's friends.
Yeah.
Tonight, when after I leave here, I'm gonna have to have drinks with my wife and her friends, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna have to go. Well, that's not real, and this is actually. I'm gonna have to show my phone a bunch of times, pass it around.
Oh, dude, he's that guy. He's the fucking guy who's like, oh yeah, I gotta do my fucking based right-wing propaganda at dinner with my wife's friends.
Oh no.
Oh god, I bet they fucking hate him.